music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Bring It. This is season 5. I don't know if it's episode 5 and 6. It's a long ass 5. It was like 2 hours today. And I'm like, this show never needs to be 2 hours. So I'm assuming it was episode 5 and 6. Because if not, ain't no point in being on 2 hour episode 5. The lipstick of tonight is Urban Decay. The color is Heroin. It is a blue color. So I guess I'm a little bit obsessed with blue because I have blue nails. Blue lipstick, but no, it's just whatever. Lipstick I pull out and my nails will probably be a different color by Monday. And I got it from Sephora. I wore this color I think once before, and I do love it. So the 2 hours, again, I don't feel like it needed to be 2 hours. Honestly, I did not. So I'm going to try to squeeze both of them in and just get through what the part that we need to get through. So we do see how Diana is still in her feelings about the whole texting scandal. And we see that because even the mom say Diana still feel like a little bit off or whatever. We see how the competition this week is it'll be a B squad and the veteran squad, and the B squad has to dance first, and if they don't get past the first round, the veteran squad don't even get to dance. And she picked Princess to run the B squad. Okay, if you say so. She's saying that she wants to give her the chance to basically prove herself, and I'm like, okay, if you say so. So even in the dance practices, I'm so sorry, y'all. In the dance practices, Diana was even saying how she didn't see the same energy or power in Princess that she used to, and how, she's like, if you're a captain, you're supposed to lead them, and she don't see that in Princess in the beginning when they are going through practice. So, we see that whole thing. We find out that Faith's dad is in town because he has moved to Atlanta, so he's coming back visiting. And Dana, he just keeps saying how he want to have dinner with me and Faith, and that's not normal. Usually he comes back and he spends time with Faith, and I'm just wondering why he wants us both to be at dinner. So they meet up, and basically he done moved to Atlanta. He thinking Atlanta's the savior to everything. He wants Faith to come and move to Atlanta and basically finish school in Atlanta, because he's saying how he's been meeting with these different producers and managers and stuff, and how they would love to work with her. Now, while I get that is a good thing to do, because Atlanta I do think there's probably more opportunities in Atlanta than it would be in Jackson, Mississippi. I do agree with that, but I'm like, why can't, if she been in Mississippi this whole time, why can't she finish her senior year? Why take her out 6 months before she graduates? I think that's stupid. I think in the meantime, in between time, she can be back and forth. They would have to know that she's like only in Atlanta when she has to do something, but let her finish out her senior year, and she can also build relationships with people to let them know I'm moving to Atlanta within the next 6 months. Let me get things started for me being there in 6 months. But whatever. Dana, pump your brakes on, boy. You know what I'm saying? Again, she has commitments here. She has commitments within her school, within the Dancing Dolls, and this certain year. Why would she want to leave early? I completely agree. I don't think that she should not move. I think she shouldn't move in the middle of the school year. I think she's a senior. When she's done, by all means, let her move to Atlanta if that's what she wants to do. If she wants to pursue being an actress, singer, dancer, whatever. You can't do that in Jackson, Mississippi. Let's just be honest and say what it is. Her dad is like, don't hold her back. Let her be whatever she's gonna be. But Faith don't even really get to say much. So, whatever. The parents do talk later, where Dana lets him know, she was upset that he didn't come to her first, because now if Dana says no, she will be like the parent who, the mean parent who won't let her do anything. And he like, well, I didn't go behind your back and tell her. I told y'all both at the same time so that we can have a conversation. And He's like, you only, I was from here, me and my brothers were all from here, but you only can get so far living in Jackson. You have to eventually branch out. He's like, and since we've all branched out, we've all flourished and blossomed or whatever, and I want the same for my daughter. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I really don't. I just think they need to say when she should go. And again, it should be when she's done. So, he leaves after that conversation. They didn't have a third goddamn conversation where, he suggests that she come to Atlanta for like a week. See the meetings he can set up, see what he can do, see where he can get her into within that week. So her mama can kind of see there is a lot of opportunities for her in Atlanta. So, yeah. Because he brought up how he meet with like Simone, Raven Simone's manager, some producers that work at the Candy Factory with Candy, with Candy Burrs. And so he wants to get that kind of stuff done for his daughter. I think it's great. Honestly, I do. It is what it is. Honey, at practice, we see Diana lay into the Princess, because even I think Princess, I don't think for Princess to have came from the Prince Tigress, and she was a captain there, she don't have that captain spunk. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when she dance, she doesn't. And, Diana, the B Squad at this point was really messy. How Princess didn't have them doing anything. Like, at one point, they were just sitting in the back of the room laughing and talking, which pissed Diana off. It's like, y'all back at chit-chatting, and y'all ass ain't even dancing right. Y'all messy as hell. Telling her, you not being a leader. And, if you want to be a captain, you have to lead your team. And if, how can you be leading your team if you don't care that y'all making mistakes? And she's like, if y'all lose, it's your fault. And it was very much so tough love, because the thing of, you say you want to be captain here, but you ain't doing nothing to be captain. I picked you as captain, and you just sitting around waiting for me to tell you what to do, and that ain't the best way to show me that you want to be captain. Take some initiative and get your squad together, okay? It was a little thing where Marayla have like a medium or a psychic come to the dollhouse, how it's been really kind of crazy there. And I'm like, I'm not a person who like to mess with spirits, and I don't do any of that. I went to that's gonna, what, I gotta text myself that I have a really good story time about a damn Ouija board that just drove me crazy. And I'm writing myself a note, because if I don't, I'll forget. Ouija board story time. This shit was crazy. So yeah, but they at the dollhouse, and the lady, somehow she's gonna be reading, their auras and all this stuff or whatever, and how she connected with people. I don't want anybody. Look, I miss my father every single goddamn on day. Every day, is a day of missing him. I don't think I would ever be the one to say, let me go to a medium and have her open up the gates or the doors to whatever and no. I don't want to do that, and my father wouldn't want, no. So I'm not with all that stuff. No, thank you. Nope. It's okay. I talk to him every day, so it's fine. So the ladies tell Mimi about her grandfather who's, should I let him in? I'm like, let him in, bitch, he's a ghost. You can't stop him. I don't think you can stop him once this done. And, she says how he was saying how, she's a baby doll, and, she's still funny. Made Mimi cry. I'm like, what did he call you, baby doll or something? That was a little bit confusing. She talking to Valisa, saying how she can tell that there was a lot of grief going on and mourning of something. And Valisa said, well, yeah, my husband died in 2015. I've been trying to get over it. Condolences. That was Christiana's father. I think it was murdered, if I'm not mistaken. And she was saying how it had been hard for her to, my hair been off this whole time. It's been hard for her to move on from it. So she was just now starting to, that's even worse, bitch. It was hard for her to kind of move on from it. And so she still was dealing with it. And, she just says, I just want to know if he's okay. And I felt like when she said, I'm like, she's not going to say, no, he's suffering. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can only say one thing, yes, he's fine. And she said, well, yes, he's fine, he's resting, or he's fine, and he wants you to know that you can move on. I felt like some of the stuff she was saying was so generic. And then she just said to all the ladies how, it's going to be a big change coming, and, and I want you guys to try not to fight it. And they're like, change? What change? What could she be talking about? What you mean? Why y'all acting brand new? Y'all know a big change coming because, again, most of the girls are graduating. It's going to be a whole new squad. It's going to be a whole new team captain. That girl, I was like, y'all acting dumb. Tanisha's mama's hair. Look, I posted on my Instagram. If y'all not follow me. If y'all not follow me on Instagram, just go follow me on Instagram. It's JAY_Lees LEES_corner. And there's also a link actually in the description below here, so you can see the name here as well. But Tanisha's hair is just horrible. I cannot take her serious until she at least don't have a part in her head that's at her ear. Why is her part here? Why is the part on her hair always right above her ear? A part should never be here in my mind. It should. I'm like, that is just a horrible wig. And then she had the secondary wig, which is even worse. It was like this part was blonde, and then the ends was black, but all of it looked dry and brittle. I'm looking like, girl, what kind? I'm like, do they not get to look at themselves before they go record their? I'm like, at what point did you look in the mirror and say, you know what? This dirty blonde and black, and I know the edges look real messed up. Like, I know it look real brittle and broken, but I look good. I'm like, how did no one say, maybe don't wear that wig? Don't do that one. Just, no, it don't. It look real dry. It look real Brillo pad Brillo. I was like, I was so confused. Anywho, the competition was horrible. Let me just be honest and say that. You could tell the dogs were going to lose, and they did lose. The girls got very, very winded. I think after the second time doing a stand, they could barely get through the third one. They were breathing heavy. They were kind of messy. And I'm like, they're not going to win, and it's okay. Well, it ain't okay, but it is okay. And, you know, so they did lose in the vest and get to dance. But, I mean, like, Diana was saying how she was okay with it, and I was confused. But I'm looking like, how you confused and they lost? And I do feel like the reason they lost is because Diana does not utilize her B team at all. She always utilized her vets, and she's utilized her vets so much that now that's all she has. And now you're trying to utilize these B team members because you have no choice now. You should have been utilizing their ass audit. When you had people in the 10th grade, okay, they got 2 years. Let me start bringing up my other people that's like 8th and 9th graders up. Like, you should have done it more. Don't wait until your people are seniors to start doing something different, because it's going to take more than one school year to get them built to be in battles. And that's what I think she messed up at. So, you know, we have the second part of the episode, the second hour. The wigs of all the moms is crazy. We got Tina. Her wig is like black and red. It did not look good. Mimi's wig looked like she had her hair up in a ponytail, and you can see how thick it was behind her hair. It was all the wigs was bad. All the wigs were bad. I just could not take it. The competition is the hip hop competition, and we know they not hip hop at all. I think they can dance fine, but they not hip hop dancers at all. So she bringing a coach from her other location, this dude named Marquel. I don't like Marquel. Let me say that. I also didn't like Tori when he first came, and Tori grew on me, but I dislike Marquel way more than I dislike Tori. And I'm gonna tell you why a little bit later. Diana bring up how Christina, Lord Jesus, Christiana, Michaela. Is it Michaela? I think it's Michaela. Or is it Malaysia? Whoever it is, other girl, and Canary are still basically on probation. And she says how she feel like they have not even stepped up to prove to her that they should be back in the running to be captain. And so she kind of put them on notice that, you know, y'all need to do more. I told y'all got 3 weeks, so y'all got 1 week left to prove something to me, or y'all just won't be in the running. And I only have 3 people in the running. Well, not Princess. The Princess has already lost. So, you know, yeah. We then see this was very weird to me too, and we see Diana saying how, you know, y'all have uniforms or whatever, you know, and some of y'all not in uniform. You know, she was like, this person, I know y'all not in uniform because, you know, I have to, you know, they have to get y'all some new ones or whatever. She then said, everybody else who not in uniforms, you know, get out. But we only seen Star and Sky leave, and they kind of look around like, well, dang. And they left, and they did look sad. Okay, they did look sad. So Selena see what, and she's like, well, Selena, she's pissed. Because she like, why would she put them out and they're not in uniform, as if it's never happened before with all the girls who at one point or another came to practice without the uniform on. So Selena go in the dollhouse, trying to talk to Diana. Diana say, go outside, I'll come out there in a minute. You know, Selena just go off, and Selena do say, you know, the girls was just running late today. The uniform was in the washer, and she didn't want them to be late, so she brought them. And they had on other doll clothes. It just wasn't the doll uniform. They had on like some black tights and a doll shirt, so it was still doll apparel. It's not the actual uniform. And like the new mama from New York said, well, you know, if that's the rule, you know, they should have sent her home. Honey said, girl, I don't give a fuck about, look, I don't care what you talking about. Okay, these are my girls. And I agree, like, I ain't even talking to you girls, so just be quiet. I can't think what her mama name is. Diana come out, and she asking her, like, why was my girls the only one sent home? You know, she says how other girls in there are not in uniform. Other girls before have not been in uniform, and they never got sent home. So, like, why was her girls the only one sent home? Now, see, this is my thing about the whole situation. Diana got pissed initially. Well, those girls' uniforms too small, so I knew about them, and you can't tell me what you in my place. You know, I pay the motherfucking rent. Well, you pay the rent, they pay you dues. You know what I'm saying? I know you right, it comes from other money too, but still. And the way that she kind of dismissed Selena's question did not sit right with me. I think Selena had a valid question. There are other girls in here who don't have uniforms on, and you never said to them, if you're not in uniform, you will get sent home. And it hasn't been something you've done from week to week. So why won't you at least say, going forward, if you don't have your uniform on, you're gonna get sent home, and not just put the girls out and it just happen to be just my two girls. So I was with Selena on that argument. On the other hand, most sports teams do want people to be in their uniforms, and if they not, there typically are consequences. So we have to, know that part too. I think the issue came in to the fact that Selena and Diana got into a real full-fledged cussing and fussing match in front of all the other girls. And my thing is, I don't like when adults argue, fuss, and fight in front of kids. I think that is the worst thing you can do. I feel like Diana made it an escalated situation. I think had her and Selena been able to have I think had she just said something to Selena that explained it as to why only Star and Sky went home. I think that was Selena's issue, that only my girls were sent home, and I'm upset about that because I don't get why only my girls are sent home. Like, why not at least say, the next time y'all in the uniform, I'm sending your ass home. Then by all means, say something, because again, it hasn't been an issue before. But they was going back and forth, and it was like a full-fledged argument. You seen Tori come out, you saw the girls looking around, you saw the moms like, oh shit, and it was bad. It was really, really bad. I don't think that was anything that was staged at all. I don't. I think sometimes they do have staged situations. I think that was really, really real. And I think that's the reason why everyone was sitting around looking like, what the fuck should we do? Because it became a real ass argument. And it was just shocking to me. It was a full-on mess. And let's just say that. We see Faith in Dana in Atlanta, and she was meeting with the manager who worked with Raven Simone. She met with the producers at the Candy Factory, and when she was with the lady who represented Raven Simone, the lady just said, like, I have people doing plays and doing this and doing that. I would love to represent you. Okay, cool. Because Faith is a cute little girl. She can dance. She looked like what people will book on different shows or whatever. So she has a versatile look. The producer at the Candy Factory, they did put her in a booth. There was another artist or another group in there who were doing a song. So they said, let's try to put you on the hook or on the song to like do a little feature to see how you can do. And she had a cute little voice. It was a cute little voice, even though I can see that they added a little bit of auto-tune, but it was cute to see that she went in there and she got it. Being thrown into it, so it showed that she can adapt quickly to things. So it was cute or whatever. We do also see her go meet with Diana, who's in Atlanta because she's opening up a new dollhouse in Atlanta. She was talking on Facebook that she was moving to Atlanta. So I do wonder if she's closing the Jackson location, or if, I don't know what she's gonna do, because she put on Facebook a lot how she's having to move to Atlanta. That she's moving to Atlanta within the next couple months. So I do want to see what's gonna go on with the Jacksonville dollhouse. So that, was weird to me. So yeah, she goes to Diana at the new dollhouse, and she just brings up how her dad wants her to move to Atlanta, how she's torn between the two situations, between finishing school and, between staying in Jackson and finishing school out and then moving there, or what she should do. And, Diana's whole thing was, you have to finish school. And, it's like, well, no, my dad wants me to either finish, if I was to leave, I would just finish here versus doing it in Jackson. And Diana gave her some good advice. She said, do what you feel is best for you. Because I love a person who follows their dreams. But at the same time, you can't get back those last 6 months of your high school year with your friends. So it really just depends on what you really feel is the best thing for you to do. And I agree. I think, again, like I said before, the best thing for her to do is to go to Atlanta when she graduates high school. Go to college in Atlanta. Just move to Atlanta at that point in time. Because moving 6 months early, I think, is stupid. Because if you move 6 months early, you won't be on the show no more. So, just think about that. The moms are outside the dollhouse. I think it's right before the competition. And they're wondering if Selena or Star and Sky gonna show up. And, Mimi say, I don't think she's coming. And Tina agreed, like, I don't think she's coming either, because I talked to her, and her and the girls are still very upset about the big argument. And I think my thing is, I know parents and coaches battle it out. They have issues. I would have a big issue with my coach cussing and fussing at my mama, because I don't like anybody cussing and fussing at my mama. I don't care if my mama right or wrong or indifferent. Don't you cuss and fuss at my motherfucking mama, okay? If you cuss at my mama, you're gonna catch the not so nice Jay Lee. So I can understand the girls being probably upset with Diana for cussing and fussing at their mama, but also upset with their mama for cussing and fussing at Diana. So they kind of in a weird space too. But because it was such a heated argument, I can see how I can't come back until we have some kind of conversation. And then even Tina said, like, it would also depend on if Diana even want the twins back. I felt like the issue was so little and blew up so big that both Selena and Diana need to just have some kind of conversation in the meantime, in between time. But it was just crazy. We see the new coach dude. I can't remember what his name is. And I don't like him. And this is the reason why. He was teaching them to dance, and he is being hard on them. He's saying how they don't have much discipline. I get that. They don't sometimes. They kids. And what he said was, he said, sometimes when you're dealing with kids, you have to knock them down to remind them who's boss. I didn't like that comment. I don't think you should ever try to break a kid down to remind them that you empower. I don't like how he said it. I know he didn't mean it in any kind of way, but him saying it just did not sit right with me. It could be because I don't know him. He's new on the show, and he has a very different type of coaching style. I didn't like it at all. He did great with trying to teach themselves, trying to teach them to be in line or to listen to authority. I get that, but when he said, I was like, I don't like that statement. And then he said, what did he say? I'm a grown ass man, and what I say goes. That did not sit well with me, and I don't care what. I might be petty, okay? I don't care. I ain't like it, and I move on for that. I'm like, dude, I don't know you, man. I don't like it, so shut up. We then see that Christiana and the moms come up with a little idea to put a tree together and write little notes to Diana to make her know how much they appreciate her, because she felt like they don't appreciate her. And that was their way of two stepping up to do something special. So they all do that. That was cute. We see a little scene of Selena talking to Star and Sky, and they was all crying. Selena thing was she never wanted her anger to affect the girls' place on the team. You know what I'm saying? She said she only reacted because she knew they were upset being sent home. And she said, but it kind of went where it wasn't supposed to go, and she's feeling bad. We see, I think it was, I don't know if it was Sarah Sky was crying. One of the twins was crying, and which made Selena cry. And it was a sad situation because, again, I think it was something so little that escalated. I do think Selena had a simple question, and Diana didn't answer it how Selena wanted her to answer it. And then when Selena kept asking more questions, Diana got pissed. I think Diana did say like she had a lot going on, and Selena talking to her, it just blew up. I think they both overreacted. So I just want them to fix it. And it's cool how Selena said like she's gonna try to get it handled basically. After competition, for them to do hip hop, I do think the dolls did great. I think the coach who they had, showed them some great hip hop moves, so that he was a good coach. I still didn't like him. The other two teams they went against, I didn't think they were good. I didn't see for them to be hip hop dancing teams. I was like, it was more of the outfits they had on and the theatrics than the actual moves. And I feel like that's the reason why the dolls won, because the dolls did more dancing. But I was a little bit bored, whatever. So, they did win, and they had the tree with the notes on it in the room when Diana came back after the competition, and they all read some stuff about it, and Diana was happy. So, it was what it was. I'm just ready for Selena and Diana to have some kind of conversation, because that shit was crazy. And that was the whole 2 hours. Got it done. So, other than that, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay's Corner. Peace.